Well, I'm not at all surprised, Talia, to see the pullback, and it's natural profit taking. We see that every time the markets hit an all-time high. People who have invested at lower prices are grabbing the opportunity to capture their profits.
It's been a pretty crazy week in crypto this week. In this video, I'm going to be walking through you guys everything that's happened, why crypto has pretty much pumped this week, and then why it dumped this week, and where I see it going.
So that's not at all a surprise. It'll be short-lasted, short-lived, and the game will continue. And I do expect that Bitcoin will continue to rise to ever more all-time highs.
If that sounds good, I want you guys to leave a like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on if you haven't yet. Don't forget to go to cointutorial.org. I pretty much show you guys everything, how to trade crypto, how to trade with margin from start to finish. So a lot of things have been happening in crypto this past week, and I want to update you guys on that. So pretty much Bitcoin set an all-time high above 124K this week. Pretty much the reasoning behind that was the feds were pretty much just easing down on regulation, or as it seemed, and then so pretty much people were thinking like the feds were just being friendlier with everything. So Bitcoin pumped 124K, but it cooled down shortly after that because it pretty much dropped to 117K. Ethereum, we saw hover at about 4.7K, so it pretty much almost broke all-time high. I think the last all-time high was about 4,800, and this one hit about 4,700, so that's pretty crazy, right? Standard Chartered, this company is predicting it's going to hit $7,500 this cycle. This cycle ends is sort of up for debate. People are saying it's going to be the end of this year. Some people, it might be an extended bull run till 2026. In my opinion, comparing it to past history, most of the time it's always been every 4 years. So projectively, it should end this year is what, in my opinion, is what I'm thinking. Next up, we also saw inflation data heat up. So as goods and service and price soars. So it's pretty much just saying that the US PPI was just saying that a lot of the prices of goods have soared, and that sort of played in a market of uncertainty for crypto as well. The Federal Reserve also scraps its novel activities crypto fintech supervision program that it created in 2023 oversight of banks and crypto activity, and it will revert to the Fed's regular supervisory framework. Markets took it to it as a de-escalation of crypto policing. So pretty much it was just sort of a supervision program that was created by the Fed in 2023 to pretty much oversee the crypto activities and stuff of banks and stuff. So I guess they're reverting that. So I guess we see some changes with that, with policies and stuff going forward. Let's talk about market structure and public listings as well. So Bullish, the exchange that owns CoinDesk, more than doubled on its New York Stock Exchange debut. So it's pretty much implying a $13.2 billion valuation, and it's pretty much showing that enthusiasm for Bitcoin and crypto as well. It's still there, right? Gemini, the Winklevoss twins, most known for the Facebook thing that they used to have go on, but filed for a US IPO. Latest filing shows lower revenue and wider H1 loss as it lines up for a NASDAQ listing. So Gemini, the crypto exchange, is gearing up for an IPO on the stock exchange. In broader context, Wall Street is in a crypto IPO window, right? We see companies like Circle, Bullish, and already well-known listed or rumored like companies just sort of like IPO, and a lot of them are just sort of coming up like this year, and I think it's a good thing because a lot more crypto companies are IPOing and gaining innovation. Following up with legal and enforcement this week, we also saw Do Kwon, the former Terraform Labs co-founder, pleaded guilty in Manhattan to federal charges in court, pretty much tied to the $40 billion Terra Luna collapse that happened a few years ago. And pretty much this is the update on Do Kwon. He's pretty much just in court, and then he's tied, and the case is still ongoing as of right now. So after BTC's record all-time high this week, analysts this week flagged the potential buyer exhaustion and pretty much a near-term rotation towards altcoins. So it's pretty much saying that the analysts are saying that they noticed that a lot of people are getting tired of Bitcoin fatigue, and then they're sort of near-term rotating to altcoins. And that's sort of, I guess, the reason we saw a lot of altcoins start to pump this week. Like we saw Ethereum pump to almost all-time high. We saw a lot of other cryptos pump as well, following behind it. Liquidation spiked in Friday's macro shock. About 0.86 to about $1 billion in leverage positions were wiped across major exchanges. So XRP saw a 7% intraday drawdown at the lows before stabilizing. So we did see a lot of liquidations go on due to it pumped high and then it dropped significantly, and altcoins started to hit as well. And then we saw a lot of liquidations follow. Adoption and corporate moves. American Bitcoin, the company linked to Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, is scouting deals in Asia. So they're trying to expand their Bitcoin reach, their crypto reach into Asia. And that's pretty much what they're doing. And they pretty much, another data point is listed as their BTC treasury style strategy. So they're known for sort of their BTC style treasuries, I guess you could say, and their involvement in crypto. And they're trying to expand to Asia. On the macro, we saw BTC reverse after the hot US PPI tempered pretty much just that big cut narrative. So pretty much after we saw a lot of this, I guess people were just scared after that PPI, and then it just sort of dropped the price a little bit. And also we saw like the policy tone, right? The Fed's rollback of a special crypto oversight removed the perceived overhang from banks. So pretty much the Fed rolling back that program that they started in 2023, I guess that's also a good thing because it's showing that they're changing their policies. They're trying to make it better along the way. And in the equity markets, we saw a strong crypto IPO. So like bullish IPO and then Gemini falling. These are two big names in the crypto community, and more good things in the forthcoming. Data points to keep in mind, the Fed rhetoric, right? So who's really afraid of like the hot PPI, right? Pretty much in late August, we saw the Fed's cut. So pretty much keep an eye on like any more upcoming Fed meetings and stuff like that. Following up, another thing to keep up in mind is pretty much the Ethereum leadership risk. Bankdesk or CoinDesk. So people are now being more constructive on ETH versus BTC into the year end, and they're pretty much, with ETH going all-time high, it's going to be outperforming Bitcoin if it does reach all-time highs, right? So pretty much this is an important chart to watch and keep in mind as well. And pretty much the IPO pipeline updates is pretty much just Gemini filing their IPO.
Unleash the burdens that have kept everybody out of the marketplace. The result of all this, Talia, you're going to see hundreds of millions, probably hundreds of billions of dollars, perhaps even trillions of dollars flowing into Bitcoin and other digital assets. And since all of these coins operate on a supply-demand issue, just like any other asset, we're anticipating this is going to be the beginning of a major source of inflows and price increases over the next several years.
If you enjoyed this video, please go to cointutorial.org, click on Trading Guide. It pretty much shows you how to trade crypto with margin and pretty much a bunch of different things that you can do. You go to cointutorial.org, click on Trading Guide, and you can just click here to sign up with my Margex affiliate link, and there'll be a lot of cool bonuses. It really helps the channel out a lot. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, turn post notifications on, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Peace out.